There's a way of photographing nature that isn't just about documenting the world as it is. It's about listening to what's beneath the surface, feeling it, interpreting it, and becoming part of it. That's what it means to photograph in the spirit of Shizen. People often ask me, what does Shizen style mean? Is it just natural landscapes? Is it Japanese-inspired minimalism? The word Shizen in Japanese means nature or natural, but not in the Western sense of something separate from us. It means that which arises of itself. It includes forests and rivers, yes, but also people, stories, creativity, and a key element of spontaneity. So when I photograph, I'm not just capturing nature, I'm responding to it, participating in it. That's why I also love environmental portraits or outdoor portraits. Defining the Shizen fine art photographer. To be a Shizen style fine art photographer means we don't chase the iconic. We don't wait for perfect conditions. We don't replicate. We respond. It's not documentation or photojournalism. It's interpretation. The same way a haiku isn't just a description of a season, it's a doorway into feeling. In my approach, a photograph can be mysterious, imperfect, or even quiet to the point of being overlooked. But that's where the beauty lies. So what does this mean in practice? It's about technique with intention. When I go out to photograph, and often I'm with my daughter Miana, we don't go out with a shot list. We go with an openness to what the landscape wants to show us. I use telephoto lenses often to compress space. Macro lenses to find intimacy in bark and water. A tripod, not just for sharpness, but to slow down. That's why the gear I use matters less than the mindset. But if you're curious, one of my current favorite lenses is the Sony 70 to 200mm f4 with macro, because it lets me respond to both the vast and the minute. My daughter often has on her A7C the Tamron 28 to 200. Many of us grew up admiring Ansel Adams. His compositions, his prints, they were technical and expressive. But Adams once said, a photograph is not an accident, it's a concept. That concept, that translation of experience into image, that's where Shizen style comes in. Look at the quiet patience of Michael Kenna, the soft restraint of Hiroshi Sugimoto, or the mysterious atmospheric work of photographers like Rinko Kawauchi. They're not just showing what the world looks like, they're showing what it feels like. I wrote the quiet lens as a kind of meditation on this process. It's not a technical manual. It's a guide to seeing, noticing, breathing through your photography. If you're someone who feels the weight of constant content or comparison, this book is an invitation to return to simplicity, to stillness, to find you. Now, I want to be clear, documentary photography has a vital place, but Shizen style isn't trying to record nature as it is. It's about how nature moves through us. That means sometimes I use color in an expressive way. Sometimes I crop a scene to enhance its mood. Sometimes the truth of a moment is more emotional than visual. It's the play of shadow more than the subject. The texture of a tree trunk more than the tree itself. The silence more than the scene. If this way of seeing resonates with you, if you want to develop a fine art voice grounded in stillness and intention, then Master the Quiet Lens was made for you. It's my step-by-step guide to the Shizen style approach, from philosophy to camera technique, from editing to creative flow, all wrapped around the philosophy of wabi-sabi. You'll learn not just how to photograph, but how to feel your way through the landscape with presence and freedom. The role of the artist in nature. In a world of noise and speed, the role of the artist is not always to shout. Sometimes it's to pause, to show the space between things, In Japanese, we call this ma, to reveal that which has always been there, waiting to be seen. If this video spoke to you, subscribe and walk with me. Share it with somebody who there's more to explore, more to learn, more to see quietly. You'll find links to the Quiet Lens and Master the Quiet Lens below. Until next time, photograph with stillness and see what arises.